Today, we will be discussing media rights within the four major sports in the United States. For my sports finance research project, my name is Anthony Barroso, and I am a master's student in the sports administration program here at St. Thomas. Now, three of the four major sports leagues in the United States, the NFL, MLB, and NHL, will have their media rights contracts expiring within the 2021 season. The NBA, who recently in 2016 signed a new deal with ESPN and TNT, are going to see their rights expire in the 2024 and 25 season. With the rise in popularity and demand for exclusive content, sports media deals are coveted and highly expensive. But with the dawn of the streaming era, new media competitors have entered into this rights arms race. Companies like Facebook, Amazon, and Disney-owned Hulu have millions of subscribers and dollars to spend. And with the established media conglomerates like Comcast, AT&T, Viacom, and Disney developing their own OTT, which stands for over-the-top platforms, this race is about to get even more contentious. So let's first start by understanding the old guard, the established media dominators in this game, which would be AT&T, Viacom, Comcast, and Disney. So AT&T has a few different setups. Now, even though we're not going to go over the specific pricing for these different contracts, we do want to go just over the scale of what these different media entities own, right? So AT&T having ownership over TNT, TBS, which is the Turner Sports Division, and owning DirecTV, have a huge foothold in the NBA and the MLB. They have exclusive rights to air NBA games. Pretty much half of the season is featured on TNT. They also have the rights to the All-Star Weekend, playoff rounds, and semifinal games going all the way through 2025. It's quite similar as well for TBS and the MLB. They feature the last 13 weeks of the season. They have postseason coverage with wildcard games, division series, and league championship series as well. And then for the postseason as well, some of the games are featured onto TNT as well for overflow. Now, a big player that AT&T has is DirecTV. They have access to NFL Sunday Ticket, which even though they don't have exclusive rights to a specific conference within the league, they do have that NFL Sunday Ticket, which basically gives them access to every single game within the league for highlights and more. And unfortunately, AT&T has no rights in the NHL. Next, going to Viacom, which definitely has some of the lowest stakes, lowest but still notable within the four major sports. So really, they only have rights in the NFL. They have full AFC Sunday regional coverage. They get one Thanksgiving game. They get wild card games, divisional playoff games. They get the AFC Championship, and they also are part of the Super Bowl rights rotation, which is rotated between CBS, NBC, and Fox. They have no rights for the NBA, MLB, and NHL. Next is Comcast or NBC Universal. So they have huge rights when it comes to the NHL. They pretty much have all the rights for the NHL, including the regular season, post-game, any special games, and the Stanley Cup. They also distribute those games between the main NBC channel and the NBC Sports Network. And then overflow for the playoffs will go between NBC, MSNBC, CNBC, and USA, which are all NBC affiliates. NBC Comcast also has rights with the NFL directly with the NBC channel. They have Sunday primetime games during the regular season. They typically get a game for the NFL kickoff. They get a Thanksgiving game in primetime, a wild card game, divisional playoffs, and they're part of the Super Bowl rotation, and they have no rights for the NBA or MLB. Now, Disney is definitely the biggest player since they have ESPN under their belt. So they have huge rights for the NBA. They have 19 regular season games displayed on ABC for Christmas, double and triple headers, late season games. They have the first and second rounds of the playoffs, and they have the NBA Finals through 2025. ESPN gets 84 of those regular season games for the NBA, 30 playoff games throughout the first two rounds, and they get all the conference semifinals and the conference finals throughout 2025. Disney also has rights in the NFL through their newly acquired asset, Fox. They get all the NFC coverage, the same as the AFC, Thanksgiving coverage, wild card, postseason coverage, and they're part of the Super Bowl rotation. And they also get Thursday Night Football, and they also get the coverage for ESPN for Monday Night Football and wild card games simulcast through ABC. They also get access to the MLB through ESPN, so they get opening day coverage. They get Sunday Night Baseball, Monday Night Baseball, and Wednesday Night Baseball, as well as all the major holiday baseball coverage as well. They also get coverage of the All-Star games, most notably the Home Run Derby, and they get the wild card games as well, and they don't have any access to the NHL. Now we want to understand the new options that are coming to the table, right? Companies like Amazon, Facebook, Google-owned YouTube, and Disney Plus. Now, while all of these have lots of money to spend and lots of options moving forward in these new rights deals that are going to be baked in, there really is one major player in this, and that is Disney. So with streaming becoming the new norm for millennials and even the community at large, it makes sense why major tech giants like Amazon, Facebook, and Google owned YouTube and Disney are looking to get in the media rights race. All of these noted companies definitely have the resources to make a bid on the NFL, NBA, and beyond, but Disney is the key player in all this, as I just said. As the owner of ABC and ESPN, they already have the tradition and the proven track record with all of these leagues, not to mention a stronghold, on collegiate rights as well. With the recent acquisition of 21st Century Fox and the full ownership of the streaming platform Hulu, Disney is looking to be the streaming king as well. They're looking to offer a new bundle, which is going to be a combination of Disney Plus, which is all of their normal content, like their TV and movies, but they also have rights to ESPN Plus, which is on-demand streaming of all these different sports and ESPN content. Plus, you have the incorporation of Hulu Live, which is live TV. It's going to be an incredible bundle. So on all of this, I'm sure you're wondering who will win, who will come on top. Will it be the original traditional media companies, or will it be this new streaming age? So I firmly believe that the top players going into the 2021 media rights are going to be these three major players. You have Amazon, of course. They are one of the largest companies in the world, and they have the money to spend. They definitely have the bandwidth internally to be able to broadcast these games online through Amazon Web Services, which is the biggest now web services company compared to Google. So they definitely have the infrastructure and the bandwidth to be able to take on all this content and be able to broadcast it throughout the globe. I think AT&T is, from the traditional standpoint, is going to have a big maker in this as well, since they have the acquisition of Turner Sports. It definitely has the makings for them to continue to hold on to those relationships that they currently have with the NBA and the MLB, but also NFL Sunday Ticket really is a game changer. They really are the only company in the market that has that offering. But ultimately, the biggest winner in all of this is going to be Disney, in my opinion. Not only for the traditional services that they offer with the cable channels like ESPN and ABC, but with these new over-the-top services, these new streaming services, they are going to be unmatched. While you do have competitors, let's say like Amazon and Facebook, that have large amounts of subscribers and users, you cannot deny the brand notoriety that Disney brings to the table, along with the fact that these streaming platforms really are going to be essential for everyday people. If you look at it just from the perspective of using the Disney movies, every single family household is going to have that bundle, which is going to then include all the sports and all the live TV. It really is just going to be a winner, 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 chicken dinner, dinner, dinner. So ultimately, that is my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, my name is Anthony Barroso. I'm a master's student here at St. Thomas University. And this is my presentation for my sports financial management class. Thank you.